MDB has been trending for a couple of hours now. This is Tuesday, the 2nd of December 2025, pre-market session, up 22.63%, intraday high for $409. Okay, let's see what we have. Not a lot of shares have crossed the tape so far. It's not exactly the most high beta stock. Doesn't trade a lot of shares as well. Volatility not exactly that fantastic, but expected to double in the coming days. Yeah, in the coming days. Yeah, let's see what we have. Yeah, this is the 4 hour chart reflecting what's going on right now. Okay, so higher prices are expected to keep printing, going all the way towards tomorrow, the third. Okay, and the 40 period moving average is also expected to keep rising to catch any possible retracement. Okay, let's see what we have. Projections are currently saying 345.75. Okay, so the company disclosed its earnings outcomes. Let's find out more about all of that.
MongoDB is trending after delivering strong earnings and revenue beats, which prompted several analysts to raise their price targets and reinforce bullish outlooks for the company. This analyst momentum has helped fuel a wave of positive sentiment in the community, with many traders framing MDB as one of the better positioned database plays heading into 2025. A big part of the optimism comes from MongoDB's forward guidance, which leans heavily on continued expansion of Atlas, its cloud native database platform. Atlas remains the engine of MongoDB's recurring revenue story, and its growth trajectory is central to the company's long term narrative. Layered on top of that is MongoDB's push into AI oriented capabilities, particularly vector search, embedding models, and scalable document storage tailored for LLM applications. These features position MongoDB as a foundational layer for enterprises building AI driven products, which has become a major talking point across retail and institutional circles alike. Another angle gaining traction: market share shifts within the database ecosystem. Community chatter often compares MongoDB's momentum to legacy players like Oracle, with some traders arguing that MDB's AI friendly architecture gives it an edge as workloads modernize. This MongoDB versus Oracle storyline has become a popular debate, especially as AI accelerates the transition toward flexible, cloud first data infrastructures. On the trading side, options flow is adding fuel to the hype. Call sweeps, rising open interest, and elevated implied volatility have caught the attention of options traders scouting for long setups or potential breakout confirmation. Some are eyeing the IV crush post earnings for strategic entries, while others are watching premiums for signs of big money positioning. Altogether, these narratives, earnings strength, analyst upgrades, Atlas momentum, AI adoption, competitive shifts, and eye catching options flow have pushed MongoDB into the center of the conversation, with bulls arguing the stock could be setting up for another leg higher if execution continues.
Okay, so based on the data we have on this 4 hour chart for MDB and also data from its 1 hour chart, we just used the market grid from its 1 hour chart. Okay, because the market grid on this 1 hour chart is a lot more it acts faster. It's a shorter time frame chart, so we use the market grid in it from it. So the market grid just gives you a trading range within which a stock has the potential to trade. So we have been able to digest. We've gotten Claude to digest that data for us. So let's see what we have here. We just want to analyze the market grid value. So these are the resistance values. This is the top of the resistance, 408. Current price is 405. So this is the top of the grid, 408. If it's okay, if it's approaching this sort of level around 406.46, then it's advisable to consider. If you really have a position there, it's advisable to consider reducing your size because a contraction is something that can happen. Yeah, and but in any case, 405.58 current prices for, yeah, 405.58 has already printed that. 406.46, 30% of 30% probability of printing. 405.58, yeah, okay, almost there. Okay, the probability of it printing that is 45%. 30% of for printing 406.46, 407, that's the probability. 408, that's the probability, and then probability of it reversing, printing 404.02, you have 48%, 403, 35%, 402, 25%, 401, 15%. Yeah, okay. So down here, what do we have in terms of considerations? Yeah, a pullback is something that can happen. Yeah, it's something that one should not shouldn't discount that. Okay, the extrapolation of it, the algos are on this, yeah, the algos are saying that momentum is expected to at least remain in place up till remain strong up till the pre-market session of Thursday, the 4th of December. Okay, on its daily chart, let's see what we have. Yeah, underlying trend strongly bullish. Yeah, yesterday it was down 1.05%. Unfortunately, the algos got this one. The extrapolation is wrong for today. It's nah, the reverse is not the case. High prices all the way, so this is wrong now. Okay, but we can take the projections here. They are also now behind, but they're still relevant. They are now downward projections. So the key thing here is that the underlying trend is strongly bullish. Strongly bullish. Yeah, this stock has now escaped away to new highs. I think this will be its 52-week high. We can have a look at its weekly chart, which is also a good thing about a weekly chart is still very much relevant. Okay, it doesn't have any extrapolations. No extrapolations. Let's see what we have for 502. Okay, so it has actually printed even higher highs, higher prices higher than $573. So 405 will be somewhere around here. That's where it is right now. Yeah, 405. The last time it traded, let's see, 405. Yeah, here 405. Yeah, that was last time we printed that was in February on the weekly basis, February of 2024. And okay, so what if going by this weekly chart, the probability of it retesting $500 would be is not very high statistically, implying that maybe it is something that can happen because we have noticed a pattern when you have it's a paradoxical pattern we have noticed when you notice that the probability of a certain price is very high, probability of a certain price retesting is very high. It will print eventually, but it is going to be a long wait, and it's usually when the stock is retracing, when the stock is on a downtrend, you know. But it is also the sort of cases where you have tiny probabilities that you may find out that that you'll be asking yourself, how did it, if given the probability of around 0.1%, the stock still went ahead and printed them. So it is also within very tiny probabilities that you know that prices still emerge. Yeah, it's still within very tiny probabilities that you find that very high prices still go ahead to print. So we'll see how it goes. It's very tiny. It's not statistically not encouraging to expect that $500 will print, but it can do so. It can do so within a probability of 0.01%. A lot can still happen. So okay, let's see how it goes. The stock is currently trending now, and I'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.